You might hear the distant roar of cars, engines and motorbikes. And this particular episode of Chiang Mai Chatter is going to be a bit different because I'm going to talk about the way this podcast and direction this podcast is going to take. It's going to still continue with these episodes where we kind of record something from a certain area of Chiang Mai, usually out and about, but not always. I just like that atmosphere. But sometimes I record it in my recording space as well. We're going to take this in a different direction with interviews. People that live in Chiang Mai, that have lived here for years, that they're either from Thai perspective, from a foreigner perspective. There's an Englishman where we've got an episode come out with an Englishman called David, and there's an episode that's probably going to have pieces of conversation from a woman, a Korean woman called Fran, and a person who is visiting called Joe, who's a culinary expert, especially with South Korea. And it was time really to bring this episode to be more than just these snippets, which I do like bringing these, kind of atmospheric, on the fly, on the move, on the go, literally, because I'm often walking somewhere or I'm settled somewhere and I'm just getting the ambience so you can try to feel Chiang Mai. I don't know if you can, and if you hear nature, then you obviously get a sense of the nature that's in Chiang Mai, but a lot of the time you'll also get traffic or just other noises that maybe you only hear in Thailand or Southeast Asia. So going back to the format for the episode, these episodes are going to, for the series, these episodes are going to remain, but interspersed between these ones will be interviews. So we are kind of going on a grander mission here to interview interesting characters from Chiang Mai. And after all, it is called Chiang Mai Chatter. So that chatter is from myself, from other people, from interviews, even from background chatter. But it's something that, there you go, there was some nature. It's not all cars and bikes. You can hear it a bit longer. Beautiful. So, and there'll be times where we split those interviews. For example, if I've recently set up an interview with someone, it's pretty much it's an hour interview slot, and that will be split into two parts at least. I mean, these episodes initially have been anything from 3 minutes to 5 minutes to 10 minutes. And there's even been one or two that I've recorded, maybe not published yet, and these are just chattings, musings from me, that have been longer than that, 15, 20 minutes. And so I felt like if I'm going to put interviews out, it's worth cutting them up rather than kind of spend all that time on an interview. It goes out, it gets heard by a lot of people, but a lot of people it doesn't. This is the way the algorithm works, and whether people are even interested in it. So just by splitting it up, you kind of get a nice short interview, or short-ish. It still might be a half an hour interview or a 15-minute interview, and then you'll get the second part. The second part might not follow immediately. There might be one of these kind of interviews on the fly. One of these kind of episodes on the fly, picking an area, and then going with it. Then the next one would be the second part of the interview that we started with. So that's kind of the way it's going. I'm going to take a further walk in this area, which I'm near Mat Café. I'm near Wat Santitam, which is the big temple here in Santitam. I'm opposite Curdy Craft, the cheese shop made in Chiang Mai. This is just so you get a feel if you ever want to look up where we're recording from. What's this? Blue House Groom, Chiang Mai, or CNX. That looks like a pet grooming place. Factory Coffee, which is opposite me here. I'll probably go for a second coffee soon, I think. Deserve one today. So So that cheese shop is quite a standout. You don't get many of those around. Well, I don't see that many around in Chiang Mai. Blue Dream Hostel. We've got quite a mix here. Ban Thalang, which is Baan, also known as home or house. House Thalang, Thalang house. Of course, Thalang has another meaning as well. But Chiva Spa. Anyway, I'm just rambling about this. I'm going to leave it at that, and we will put this episode out and let you hear those episodes that are coming your way. Okay, thanks for listening. See ya.